Good afternoon, everyone. How's it going? Hello. Jeez, okay. Alright. You're rude! You're rude! That's what you get. Consequences to your actions? More likely than you think. How's it going? That's what happens. That's what happens. Sorry, boss. Pirate spoiled it for you. It only takes one to ruin it for everybody. It's like when the teacher has to tell the class off. One person's misbehaving, so you're all being told off. I'm gonna have some chocolate. I've got a mix of some lint. Because spook spoils me. Well. Yeah, I'm not concerned about how many points you all have, frankly. Show him your wind-up mist still? Aww. What? Wait. Oh my god. Wait. I have my suspicions as to what this is about, but would you so kind as to confirm them for me? As I thought, they went ahead with it after all. The artisans of the mean come to me with a proposal, you see. In celebration of the night's turn, they asked how I wished to be commemorated in coin or as an automaton. Rather, I replied for all the good of it. They knew I would be embarrassed. It makes no difference what name they gave it. Yes, they did. Right stubborn lot they are, as befits the people of the Crystarium. They should be fine without me, and Lena may be rest assured, do not worry for them. Nevertheless, I shall never cease to pray for their happiness. Okay, so that confirms my question of, did he successfully receive all of his memories? Which apparently he has. No longer am I a leader of a nation. Whatever power and influence I may have wielded, I left behind as surely as I left my body. Everything I've ever felt and experienced, all of these things more have brought with me. You brought for me. I shall carry them close to my heart until the end of my days. Aww. That's a nice little cutscene. How many people actually see that cutscene, I wonder? Since I reawakened this body, the hunger being par for the course, I have no complaints. All appears to be well, though my memories straddle the lives I have lived. There are no contradicting fragments which cause me confusion, yet by the same token, it is a strange feeling to be possessed by my young body again. Even accounting for crystallization, I do not recall ever being so light and spry. As for my soul, Yashdolo assures me it's similar to yours, Exa, that is to say, it is somewhat denser than others, that likewise normal. In the face of it, it appears to make sense, but I couldn't help but consider the differences between your circumstance and mine. You, of course, merged with Ardbert, and as similar your souls may have been, the fact is you were two different people, thus did your soul gain in density. How you were able to merge is another matter, given that we know the soul that you possess distinct memories should have rendered the process more complicated, but I theorise perhaps your strong shared desire to do so made it possible. In contrast, I've simply merged myself. Whatever additional experiences the older me may have had, my fundamental existence remains unchanged. Mind you, that is not to say I haven't improved, far from it. At any rate, when the souls combined, it shouldn't have been a process of augmentation, rather shall we say attunement. It seems somewhat strange that my soul has become denser. Could this be the result of having undergone another rejoining? If so, it would serve as proof of a future that many fought and died to prevent. Lest we forget, my friend, lest we forget. Yeah. Ugh. I hope I don't have to do a lot of talking. I've got a sore throat. The cold was getting better and now it's got worse again. I woke up in the middle of the night and could not breathe through my nose, which was a problem. Yeah, that didn't go away, and I basically ended up sleeping with my mouth open, which then dries the throat out. So now my throat hurts. I can breathe through my nose a bit better now. But, my throat hurts a lot. That's always the bit that annoys me. Of, like, I didn't have a sore throat, but because I couldn't breathe through my nose, I had to breathe through my mouth, and that dried out my throat, and now my throat hurts. Every time. And then when I didn't do this morning stream, so I could record the intro for the highlights video. And I went to use my headset, and it was flat. I could have sworn I turned it off properly last time, but evidently I didn't. It was completely dead, so I had to charge it up and do other stuff. So, I cancelled this morning stream for a thing that I couldn't do, and I only ended up, I pretty much only ended up getting it done 5 minutes before this stream started, so, yeah. I had a dream where a tree fell on me and I woke up afterwards. Oh my god, that's awful. I can't say I ever remember having a dream that resulted in me dying. Hand me that, the Corsair Virtuoso wireless headset, good battery life, but those earpads broke every 3 months. Not ear headset, VR headset. My ear headset's fine. No, but my VR headset, because I record the highlight intros in VR. Have you watched my highlight videos? You'd know that if you'd watched them. That's being unnecessarily mean. Watch my highlight videos. I put a lot of effort into them. Please tell me these cutscenes are voiced. Come to lick on our friends. Rest assured everyone is quite well. I've been keeping a close eye on them and have satisfied myself they are all in fine health. As a matter of fact, they are just about to convene in Dawn's Respite to discuss how to use their pent-up energy. Shall we join? Let's join them, shall we? I watch nothing but VTubers who are predominantly rodents. I'm a VTuber! You should watch my highlight videos, they're funny. Chat can confirm. You should watch my highlight videos, they're funny. They're just highlights of Twitch, but it's all the good ones. Please be voiced, I don't want to talk.
Well, my friends.
Yes.
Now that we have all settled back into our bodies, it is time we resumed our duties in earnest. Let us speak of our plans.
I'm gonna eat my chocolate while this is happening.
Ever since the Emperor's death, it's been one unsettling rumor after another. I've a mind to pay a visit to Garlemald to ascertain the truth of the matter.
A prudent endeavor. 'Tis of the essence that we establish the full extent of the threat, not least if it should prove that Xenos doth indeed orchestrate events from the shadows. In light of which possibility, I shall accompany thee on thy mission. Be assured that thou shalt find me more a help than a hindrance. Thou requirest another to imbue thine ammunition, dost thou not?
Assuming that's settled, there's something I've been meaning to look into as well.
Welcome back, everyone!
Please!
Lise!
You're fine now, right? No more headaches or keeling over?
That's right. We're fighting fit and raring to go.
Aw, the gang's all here!
The famous Lise Hext, former scion and hero of the Alamegan resistance.
Grah, don't talk to yourself.
I don't believe we've met.
Really? It's so easy to assume that all Archons are acquainted. But then I suppose your fields of expertise are rather different.
Grahat here, at your service. I have read much and more about your exploits, Commander. It is a pleasure to finally make your acquaintance.
Sorry, I'm just casually eating more chocolate while they're talking about it. Ooh, this one's hazelnut.
The others told me all about you.
I got a like a goodie bag from the Lint shop of like only about 8, but I chose like 8 different ones that I've never had before. Oh.
Do not be so sure. Words scarcely do justice to the vital role he played in our victory in the first. A more dependable comrade one would be hard-pressed to find.
Aww.
Oh, right. I did glance at the report. But I'd be lying if I said I understood half of it.
No, they were a gift from Spook for me. It's hazelnut one's nice.
Well, that's a lot to take in. Just to be clear, this means we're not heading for another calamity, does it?
Shorn of their unsundered master's leadership, what Ascians remain shall struggle to see their plans to fruition. And though I would ever advise caution, I believe we may rest easy for a time.
I'll take that as a yes.
You have a gift for me? For me?
Even so, I don't know what to make of this business about Heidelberg being primals.
You're rude! What did I say? You're all so rude!
A difficult truth to bear, yes. But at last we understand the nature of our adversary. And if there are no further calamities, neither will there be rejoinings, meaning Zodiac will never regain his full strength. Even so, as the oldest and mightiest of primals, he remains a force to be feared. Though his is a power born of the desire for salvation, we have seen the havoc it may wreak. And it falls to us to ensure that it is never again brought to bear upon this star.
And what about her?
But tell us, Lise, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit?
What do you mean? Isn't seeing my long-lost comrades reason enough? Alright, there was one other matter.
One small thing.
I have a message from the Alliance, and before you ask, yes, it's about the Empire.
Yay!
So, after Emperor Varys' assassination, it seems his cousin Nerva made a bid for the throne.
And how did that go?
The trouble is, he wasn't the only one with designs on it, and it didn't take long for a civil war to break out. And it's not just in the provinces. Early reports say huge swathes of the Imperial capital have been reduced to rubble. The Alliance will soon convene in Alamigo to decide on a course of action, and we were hoping you'd come along.
Well, as it happens, Urianger and I were just this moment planning a little trip to Garlemald. And we should be grateful for any advice the Alliance can provide on how best to make the most of our visit.
To Alamigo, then.
Why did you go on without me? There's something I need to look into.
Ah, forgive me. You were just telling us. What is it, if I may ask?
I want to find a way to cure the Tempered.
Understandable.
Of course. You think it may be possible to adapt the treatment you use to help those corrupted by the Sin Eaters?
She wants to help our little guy.
A cure for tempering? But that would change everything. Alizé, consider yourself uninvited. Go and find us this cure.
Thanks, Lise.
I'll do my best.
I should have used the big mug for tea. Now my tea's all gone and my throat still hurts.
I was hoping you might join me. Don't worry if not, though. I won't hold it against you if you'd rather attend a stuffy meeting.
What meeting? Lead on. Exa is not a meeting person.
I knew you'd say yes.
I'll come too. If you don't mind, that is.
Aww.
Mind? I'm sure they would be glad of your company. Pray, enjoy your time together with your hero.
No. That's not... I mean, I simply thought my knowledge might be of some use.
Oh, bless him.
We shall be on our way then. Godspeed.
Almost so much Shadowbringers and heading for the Big Fields arc. Yes, this is true. This is true. Getting there. It's taken us 4 years. When I said to save Halric, I think Gabu was at the back of my mind, and having proved the light corrupted are not lost, I'm convinced the same must be true for the Tempered. Similar to those corrupted by Sin Eaters, the aether of Gabu's soul has been rendered stagnant. Though the root cause is different, perhaps the solution is the same. You did it in 4 months. Yeah, now you're burnt to a crisp. I need you to meet a character, but it's so far away, makes me sad. Good things come to those who wait. It's by no means a reasonable hypothesis, Alize. It warrants full investigation. If there's even a chance we can save Gabu, we can try it. However much I'd like to race over to Limsa and set to work, there's no room for recklessness, not when a child's life is at stake. I'm sure Becklog would remind us we need know little and less about the soul. Any number of things could go wrong if we don't exercise due caution. So before attempting anything, we should learn all we possibly can about temper. One problem, research into the condition has long since ground to a halt, and the combined work of many scholars involved doesn't exactly amount to a wealth of knowledge. Not all the modern scholars, perhaps, but what of their ancient counterparts? I know the Allegans took more than a passing interest in the subject. What if we seek is to be found anywhere, or should it be found at the Aetherochemical Research Facility? Gosh, we haven't been there in a while. Where they experimented on primals and their worshippers, yes, good thinking. I've never actually been there myself, but I did read reports on Azizla, which means we need an airship. An airship, you say? Meet me at the northern bank of Silvertear Lake. I've got a little surprise for you. And come prepared to travel. Do we get to see Sid? We haven't seen Sid in years. Synchronized head tilt. Bill Munchkin is just the backbone of the party. Oh, absolutely. 200%. Whoop! Look how fancy it is. I gave you the Bonanza, the Shine's very own airship. I built her as a company project with the help of our friends at the Rising Stones and named her for luck and prosperity. You built this?! Yup! My thoughts exactly. Speaking of Pokemons, I caught a Cerulege last night. Hey, nice! This is amazing. We'll be able to fly just about anywhere we want. Our garments are impressive enough, but to build an entire airship, I see the annals do not exaggerate the many talents of the Scion's fabled coin keeper. I'd also introduced myself as your pilot, except the training didn't go quite as well as I'd hoped, but that's alright because we've hired a capable fellow here instead. Astounding. The Bonanza is equipped with the complement of mana cutters, by the way. Feel free to use them to get around Az's Lair. But enough talk, it's time to fly. All aboard! Astounding. Astounding. Excuse me. Oh, that saved us a journey. I need to funnel some XP into other classes if I can. I cannot. I don't have a single other class above 80. Ciri would be jealous of the way that airship flies. Tatru's outdone herself. Anyway, here we are, as is Law, and Alphinaud's report did not do the scale of this place justice. This appears to be Helix, which means we stand in the Alpha Quadrant. To the east lies the Beta Quadrant, and... yes, I believe I have my bearings. Though this is my first time in Azazlar, I do have familiarity with the place thanks to the records in the Crystal Tower. Unless I am mistaken, this path leads to an Aetheryte, beyond which there will be an information terminal. I suggest we begin our search there. You can see it from here. I'm still unhappy about the general look of airships in the game. Yes, I will continue complaining about it. Huh? I'm guessing this is something you complained about to the others, because I don't remember you ever complaining about the airships. I have no strong opinions on airships. Here is the terminal. A moment while I search the archives for references to tempering. Ah, there we are. Iconic corruption and overview. That sounds promising. Indeed. Let us see what the report has to say. Could have found it. The content appears to have been deleted. No, what? No, is there not something you can do? Not from here, I'm afraid, but mayhap another copy of the report exists elsewhere. The question is where to look. It says here the report was written by someone named Owen. It is likely that he kept a copy? That's a very normal name. Owen. I'd say it's a distinct possibility. Assuming he was a researcher here, he will have had quarters on the Habisphere. We can ascertain the details of the Habisphere control. Let's return to the Bonanza and avail ourselves of the mana cutters. We will need them to reach our destination. I forgot you already have suitable means of transport, don't you? No need to waste time accompanying us back to the ship. We will see you at the Habisphere. What mounts have we canonically received at this point? We've canonically got our own mana cutter, we canonically have the Magitech, and we canonically have Nidhogg and our Chocobo. And the bird. The Yoll. We canonically have a bird as well. Yeah, Mig. That dragon, that one. I even see him in the list. Midgårdssommar. That one. I haven't used this guy in ages. I'm guessing that is where we're going. Or is it one of them? Look, it's been a long time since I've used it or even been through that quest, so is it a wonder I forgot? Ah, here we go. Boy looks so pretty. The late Owen did indeed have a chamber here. This node will tell us its number. There, from what I recall the layout, it should be somewhere in the vicinity of... Warning, an evacuation order is presently in effect. Entry to the Hemisphere is not permitted at this time. Foiled again. In all likelihood, the order would have been imposed during the Fourth Umbral Calamity, and I doubt it will be lifted in the near future. I like that their mana cutters are in the background. Energy level critical, returning to base for charging. Surely there must be some other way to gain access. Force, for example. Ere we resort to that, I have an idea. Were we to send a surge of energy through yonder control mechanism, I should prompt the system to restart, releasing the locks. As for a suitable energy source, a concentrated lightning shard might suffice. Happily, I seem to recall that they are known to form points of stagnant aether throughout the continent. You seem to recall. You honestly telling me that was what the records that was in the records too? I am. A report sent to the capital mentioned that lightning aspected aether was prone to pooling on the continent, resulting in surges that interfered with equipment. Minor detail I grant you, but in my role as caretaker of the Crystal Tower, there was no such thing as too much Allagan knowledge. Besides, my studies helped me to feel connected to the source, to home. Aww. I must have explored this facility 1,000 times in my mind, but to finally stand here with the two of you, it is more exhilarating than I can well express. Aww. Now then, the lightning shard, if I may, I suggest we split up and search the beta quadrant. Oh, but beware of sprites. They want to manifest where the aether is stagnant. Now you're just showing off, which makes me think you should make a contest out of this. First to return with the shard wins. What do you say? He stands with his hands so tensed. Like, relax a little bit. Give yourself cramp. It'd be an honour to come third. Bless him. For a moment, it just occurred to me that I'm gonna preemptively put the heating on a little bit so it's a bit warmer for when Spook comes home. He's coming in from the cold. Yeah, put that on for an hour. The house will be warmer for him when he comes in. Funky little guy. There we go. Ugh. Well, yes, this is overkill. Bravo, that was quite a show adventure. Why the spectacle proved so enthralling that all thoughts of the prize slipped my mind. What? I appear to have fortified our little race. Congratulations, the lightning shard is yours. What? But... No dramatic entrance? You've changed. You remember that. In my defense, I was caught up in the moment. Isn't every day you meet an honest-to-God's hero, after all? Ah, yes, the dramatic entrance. Contrast continues, so you've had better hurry back. But one last thing. Thank you for bringing me here. Oh, what a sweetie. It appears Alice had no luck, so victory is yours. Congratulations. Now, then, when we have the shard? What it is makes you so much better at finding things. What do you have that I don't? Cat-like senses. That's a question I too have asked myself on numerous occasions. I suspect we could both learn a great deal from Exeter, not only about the secrets of adventuring. Come, we must attend to our mission. We must learn how to locate 20 bear asses. Alrighty then. The system responded exactly as intended. We now have access to the Habisphere. Only one obstacle remains, the security system within. Should they be triggered, they could make life rather difficult for us. That's where I come in. In light of which, play leave the rest to me. If I'm right, my royal blood should allow me to venture unmolested. Are we so sure? Assuming this place works like the Crystal Tower, yes, but if it doesn't, you'll be on your own. I want you to promise that you'll get out at the first sign of trouble. I promise. Wish me luck. Ah. Well, nothing for it but to sit tight. Aww. These moments are always really sweet. I'm sure this Owen fellow was very learned, but iconic corruption and overview sounds like a stadium thesis. We all had to write one. Lest you wonder, mine was about combat applications of Aether. I'm nothing if not practical. Alphino was more philosophical, of course. Political, dare I say. Chose to write a lengthy discourse on our nation's duty to the world. Controversial subject, to say the least. He asserted that Chalayan knowledge should rightly be used to protect all life on the star, in direct opposition to the country's cherished policy of non-intervention. Being a leading member of the Forum, our father was not happy. At the time, of course, Alphino was utterly convinced of his views and would cheerfully argue to the death for anyone who saw things differently. Which, I mean, the rows were long. To be fair to him, though, he's since learned to be a little more open-minded, but deep down he still holds fast to that one belief, and I admire him for it. I should have liked to meet the young Alphino. For what it's worth, my thesis concerned the elegant civilization as depicted in folklore. Oh, you're back. I didn't know you had attended the stadium. I didn't. A thesis was required to earn my Archon's mark. My peers at the students of Bladsion convinced me to write one with the promise of unfettered access to forbidden tomes. Though I considered it no more than a means to an end, I will admit it was gratifying to have my efforts acknowledged. Gods, an Archon's thesis. I shudder to imagine the work involved. But enough of that. Is this the fruit of our foray? Your foray? Yes, Owen's archive node. It was waiting for me in his chamber. If a copy of his report survives, it should be stored in this device. Shall we find out? Initializing. Scanning for registered user. I mean, nope. A user not found. To proceed as a guest, please complete biometric authentication. Verify. Authentication complete. Guest identified as a member of the royal family. I imagine you must hold us of this, Your Highness. Never ceases to amuse me. 'Tis but a pity the effect will not last forever. Doga Inune said as much when they granted me this gift, but still, such time as it fades, I shall use it gratefully. Search archive for iconic corruption. Searching. One item found. Iconic corruption. An overview. Report is locked by the author. Please state password. Ugh. Well, go on then, Your Highness. Tell the nice node the password. Right. Let's see. Glory be to Alag. Long live Emperor Zande. Password incorrect. Please try again. Confound it. Come now, passwords are invariably short and simple, for instance. Password! Yep. The notion that the password could be something so inane would be laughable were it not dangerously stupid. Furthermore, your conduct in the presence of His Highness is grossly inappropriate. Know your place, handmaiden! What did that thing just call me? Nope. Password incorrect. Again, we warned any further inappropriate behaviour in the presence of Highness will not be tolerated. Alright, that's it. I say we dismantle it and manually extract what we need. I don't think that's how that works, Elise. Now, let's not be too hasty. A single misstep and we might risk losing the report altogether. Excuse me. I believe this may be a task for Sid and his colleagues. If anyone can coax machinery into cooperating, it's them. Come, let us bear the node back to the Rising Stones. Food that I definitely eat. I should probably mention that I have yet to meet Sid since waking up. Ramboros did say they were to the ironworks, but it appears our friend has been afield on urgent business. Nevertheless, I assume my proposal to seek his help is no pretext, however much I might look forward to seeing him again. Him and everyone. But come, let us be on our way. We get to go see Sid. Look at him, all but running. How sweet. Still, it wouldn't do to keep him waiting, shall we? Right. I'm going to assume this thing just, like, floats and follows him around, otherwise how did we get it here? Wonderful news, Exo. Tatru contacted Sid on our behalf, and he is on his way here even as we speak. While we wait, I should like to very much hear what has transpired at the Alliance Council. Would you be so kind, Crow? Ooh. As you know, the meeting was convened to discuss how best to respond to recent events in Garlemald. According to intelligence from our Doman allies, the War of Succession rages on and the Empire remains without a leader. Amidst the chaos, the Imperial legions in the provinces have begun to move independently of the motherland. Of greatest concern to us is the... Why did they write it like that? The Third Legion aligned with Nordnerva. It appears they have received substantial financial backing from House Brutus. Brutus, aren't they the ones who took Yotsuyu and Asahi? This bodes well. Xenos' movements, meanwhile, remain shrouded in mystery. We're hoping that Thancred and Urianger will be able to shed some light on his activities until they return. Until such time as they do, the Allied leaders feel it would be unwise to interfere with the conflict, and so, thanks in part to the Imperial withdrawal from Gimlet, I haven't heard any of these words spoken in so long, they've decided to turn their attention to the primal problem once more. Working with friendly factions among the Beast tribes, they hope to reopen dialogue and explore new avenues for peace. Given the timing, I suspect they wish to put their respective houses in order ahead of a decisive clash with the Empire. Whatever their intent, this is not a problem easily solved. The Leminsons in particular struggle with their efforts, and Alphino and Y'shtola have been called upon them to aid them. As long as we are dealing with the tempered, I'm afraid no amount of dialogue will avail us. If we can develop treatment for tempering, then anything is possible. Which is why we must succeed. On that cheery note, why not make yourselves comfortable in Dawn's respite? I know Sid as soon as he arrives. Words. Words. Ah. Right, before I do this, I believe I have laundry to go take out out of the washing machine. I'll be back in a few. Okay, I am back. Ah. Thank you, Voz. I had a gulp of throat medicine. Because it do be hurting. Sid! Sid! Forgive us for not coming to see you sooner, my friend. As you may have heard, we've had our hands full. In our defense, you are up rather early. I was under the impression you'd be slumbering a while longer. Oh, I would have been, had you not fulfilled your promise. I still struggle with that idea. Where I stand, the secrets of traversing time and space seem exactly as unfathomable as they ever did. But if an alternate version of myself has already laid them bare, I dare say this frees me up to concentrate on other endeavours. Speaking of which, you wanted my help with something? What is it? Oh well, a treatment for tempering. And for the next step, you need to find the password to this Allagan's report. Just so, with nary a clue to guide us, we could be here forever and still not guess correctly, and thus we return to you. Well, I'd love to say that we could help you, so I will. Once suitably configured, a Magitek terminal should be able to make short work of identifying the password. I knew I could rely on you. Now, anticipating that it might be of use, I took the liberty of borrowing a tombstone from Ramburose. It contains an Allagan directory. Good thinking. I'll transfer the information to a terminal and set to work right away. The ding. Like a microwave. Looks like it's finished. Let's see. Freedom. The password is freedom. Short and simple, just as I said. Would you care to do the honours, Your Highness? I would, my lady. Node, open the report entitled Iconic Corruption, an overview. Password, freedom. Password accepted. Opening report. Oh. This report seeks to provide an overview of the mechanism by which icons corrupt and bind men to their will. The phenomenon we call corruption refers to the alteration of the ether of the soul. Said aether ordinarily exists in equilibrium, no one element being more prominent than another. When a subject is exposed to the aether of an icon, this changes, their soul taking on the properties of the entity in question. By way of an example, exposure to the aether of the fiend Sephiroth would create a subject's aether become more aligned with the element of earth. As a consequence, the subject would attain heightened affinity with earth-aspected magics, as well as preternatural levels of endurance. Repeated exposure would further enhance these traits, ultimately altering the subject's very flesh. The changes undergone by the subjects are not solely attributable to elemental alignment, however. Further testing has determined that the subject's soul becomes umbrally charged or stagnant during the process. This stagnation of the soul has the effect of diluting the sense of self, rendering the subject vulnerable to the will of the icon, the thoughts of whom come to consume their entire existence. In this manner do the corrupted become worshippers of the icon, their prayers serving to further empower the entity. Having discerned the mechanism of iconic corruption, my colleagues and I set out to develop a material capable of shielding one from its effects, an endeavour in which we were successful, albeit at great cost. Oh? In the course of testing, many of my assistants, good men, women all, fell victim to corruption, and in accordance with protocol they were summarily put to death. We subsequently submitted a proposal to investigate potential cures for corruption, but it was rejected, deemed non-essential by Lord Aemon. Dang it. Though I knew it would be fruitless, I protested the decision. And for my impertinence, I have been stripped of rank and title, and will shortly be expelled from this facility. In all likelihood, this report will be expunged from the archives. Nonetheless, I record it in the hope that one day someone will undertake to do which I could not, and find a cure for the victims of iconic corruption. End recording. Well, we are a few thousand years later. Not even the Allegans were able to find a cure. Or rather, we're not given the chance to do so. I cannot help but wonder what motivated Lord Aemon's decision. More importantly, this confirms the stagnation of the soul is indeed the problem, and Angelo can remedy that. True, yet it was simply to reanimate a tempered soul. I fear it would do naught to diminish the individual's fanatical faith. Indeed, it may intensify it. No, we would somehow need to suppress the primal's hold over the subject at the same time, or risk restraint remaining in its thrall. We could make them remember who they were. But of course, memory transference. Process has the effect of compartmentalizing memories and separating them into manageable bundles, if you will. By adapting the technique, it may be possible to archive selective reanimation. That is, limit the effects of those memories that existed prior to tempering. Though thus restoring the sense of self, we could theoretically drown out the enticements of false faith which had come to dominate the individual's thoughts. I see. Theory seems sound, and our experience of treating light corrupted would help us identify suitable memories for reanimation. But are you confident that you can adapt memory transference if required? Seem to recall your attempts to do so while trying to bring us home culminated in literal bloodletting. They did, you are right. Despite my best efforts, I could not recreate the mechanism. I concede that rather clumsy compromise I reached would not provide the basis for a cure. Perhaps it'd be better to consider another approach. My doubts are understandable, but this time I believe we have reason to be confident. You see, no such as this were built with the ability to stimulate magics. Which leads me to believe that they may be capable of performing simulations of the transference technique. If so, we would be able to conduct years' worth of tests within the space of a few days. In theory, it would be no different to how we identified the password. It'll take more calculating power, a lot more. I honestly don't say whether our equipment would be up to the task. Tell me, Sid, why do you suppose Owen locked this report behind a password? To keep it from prying eyes. Why else? Wait. Password could be guessed by anyone with leisure and a dictionary. Wouldn't keep it from person to mind look. He wanted the report to be seen by those who strive for freedom. Not unlike the members of a certain distinguished engineering collective. I believe their motto was freedom through technology or some such. You two, round up as many Magitech terminals as you can find and bring them to the workshop. Right away, Chief. Things are about to get very busy. Lucky we have you to help, eh? Right, while Grahatio and I configure the terminals, I want the rest of you to procure supplies. Namely, ceruleum to fuel the terminals and ice shards to keep them cool. The more we have of both, the better. Leave the ice shard to me. I'll round up some adventurers and go on a gathering spree. In that case, I'll trust Extra and Elise with the ceruleum. There's a promissory note for each of you. Hello, V3. Take them to the Skysteel manufacturing in Ishgard and the ceruleum processing plant in Thanalan. The people there will give you what you need. Yours is a well-known face in the Holy See, I believe. It's all the same to you. I'll head to Thanalan. That's fair. That's fair. Off we go. I'm gonna fly there because I want to. It gives me a break from talking. Wow. Hope everyone's doing okay. Playing block game? What you up to? You building stuff? Playing at train system. That would chunk mine. Oh. My. My, that sounds exciting. I want an obtainium. Why? Why? Why do you care so much? It's noisy in here. You stand in the Skyfield manufactory. What is it you require? You're after ceruleum. In that case, please present the note of your engineer at the airship landing. He shall be glad to assist you. Want the best armor and tools, but why though? But why though? We already beat the boss. Why do you raid? To get gear. What do you need the gear for? To raid with! Ceruleum? You come to the right man. Fair warning though, the price has shot up on account of the uncertainty with the Empire, so I hope you've got the coin. – a promissory note from the ironworks. Don't see many of these. Not that that's a problem. This is as good as gold to me. I tried to make new tools, and therefore if I make the best, I can enchant it to be unbreakable. Didn't we get an unbreakable pick from the quest book? Bird! Friend! Hello?
My friend! After the disappointment of not seeing you in Alamigo, what good fortune to chance upon you here of all places.
Hi, Emmerich. Yeah, but it's not the best. Oh my god. Can't be having with these min-maxers.
As you may have heard, the Allied nations are making a renewed effort to address the primal problem. To that end, have I invited the chieftain of the Vanu to Ishgard, that we might together plot a course.
Hello.
Since the war with the Empire appears to be nearing its conclusion, I would also like to call upon Estinian's lance. Alas, he is, as ever, a difficult man to find. I am informed he recently paid a visit to the Rising Stones. Should he happen to do so again, be sure to pass on my regards, won't you? But tell me, what business brings you to our fair city this day?
You gotta get some
A
cerulean.
cure for tempering. You never cease to amaze me. Until now, our only hope has been prevention, our every failure irrevocable. But this would rewrite the rules of engagement. It could end the cycle of bloodshed. Very well. You shall have all the ceruleum we can provide, and an airship with which to transport it. In this matter, you may count on Ishgard's full support.
Thanks, Emmerich. You're a real one. He's great. He knows you're the wife of his wife. He has to help you. Why doesn't this all look very technical? Alright, bud.
Oh, who would have thought ceruleum weighed so much? Serves me right for being stubborn, I suppose. I should have just done what you did and accepted help.
Oh my goodness, who is that in my chat? Where you been? How's things, friend? Hope you're doing well. The more things change, the more they stay the same. Love the avatar. Thank you. I have many like it. This is just one of them. How's it going? My god, I missed you. It's been forever. Hope life's treating you well. How's the family?
Good work, you two. This is all we asked for and more. Quite a lot more now that I look at it. Lord Emmerich, eh? And entirely by chance. Ha! Some people have all the luck.
Mm-hmm. We're back to Twitch and me getting to use my channel for our growing FCG. He thinks we might be due a catch-up and a cuppa at some time. Absolutely! I would love to. I would love to. We can absolutely schedule that sometime. We should definitely, like, go to a coffee shop somewhere and just, like, have a hangout. Feel free to drop me a message anytime, friend. It has been so long.
We have also succeeded in configuring the terminals, thanks in no small part to our able assistant.
Far too long, small wolf. Ah! It has been. It has been far too long. Goddamn pandemic stole a chunk of our lives. Basically just kind of stopped doing conventions as well, really. Partially because of the pandemic, but a lot of them kind of lost their appeal a little bit. Ah. As you say, the more things change.
It's been a while here.
Hello, fucker.
You seem surprised to see me. Lest you misunderstand, I've no interest in such things as cures for tempering.
Yep, so long as we know where you stand, you fucking son of a bitch. Honestly.
But if you mean to achieve that which eluded even the storied Allagans, it seemed plain that you would require my expertise. And so it proved. Is that not right, Garland?
Just fuck already! Oh my god!
Ask Jessie. She was the one who hired you. All I know is you're an employee of the Ironworks now, so you'll bloody well earn your keep.
That wasn't the only reason I agreed to cooperate. I'm reliably informed that Garland and I are destined to unravel the secrets of travel not only across dimensions, but through time.
Oh, why did you tell him that? He's not going to shut up about it.
Doubtless the lion's share of the credit lies with me. 9 parts to Garland's 1. And this research will be a stepping stone to that illustrious achievement.
Why's your husband in the future so aggro? Mm-hmm. Ooh, new pictures. Excellent, Das.
Very well then. I'll do 1/10 of the work. Just the part that's beyond you.
Whatever you say, Garland.
You guys want to fuck each other so bad it makes you look stupid.
Right. If everyone's ready, let's begin.
Fancy?
All appears to be in order. Now, we just have to wait for it to find us our magic. Why not take this opportunity to put your feet up? This may take a while.
I'm sure something will happen. It usually does. Aww. Oh, there it is.
Damn it. It's overloading.
Uh-oh.
Chief! She won't last much longer!
have to shut it down.
Reminded me of being contemplating a VTuber rig after working the VTuber Expo last August, but the real question is the world ready for a bunny boy jester with my Brummy accent and attempt at a generic charming D&D voice? I would see that. I would love to see that. Tony, you say yes? Das plays a lot of Warhammer. They have got other personality traits, but you'd have to wait before you find out what they are. Sorry, Das, this comes from a place of love.
Wait! We're close! So very close!
Oh boy.
Well, this is going swimmingly.
Please, a moment longer. I beg you.
Every nerd is an onion of fandoms and media choices. If that isn't the most accurate thing I've ever heard. I was about to start talking about the tourney. Oh boy.
I was able to memorize the magic before it faded. It still needs to be put to the proof, but I believe we have our cure.
Really? Damn.
It's just as well. She'll never run again.
Sorry, Wedge.
The fault is mine. I'm sorry.
Look how he's still wearing his plated
fall
boots.
Short of dimension hopping, but a cure for tempering is not to be sniffed at. This, my friend, is a world-changing discovery. One we're proud to have had a hand in. A few Magitech terminals are a pittance to pay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, we've done what we can. The rest is up to you.
So, do you also play Warhammer, or are you mostly into video game tournaments? Because I know you do. You run a couple, don't you? I'm a big Cardiff Teams event for 40k on the weekend. Yeah, it's exciting! Wales want Das to play for them, but Das can't play for them for reasons. But that's how good they are. Long last we have our cure. In theory, at any rate, we cannot be certain until such time as we put into the proof, but I'm quietly confident. Well, if we're to test it on someone, I suggest Gabu. His symptoms are relatively mild. He'll be fine, I'm sure. Yes, as long as we exercise due caution, it'll be fine. Without further ado then, let's make for Limsa. We kept Gabu waiting long enough. Let's go see the boy. I haven't lived in Wales long enough to represent Wales at a world event. Yes. That's only a matter of time. Okay, Limsa we probably are going to have to port to. I think I heard a spook come in. Sun's come back out. That might actually dry the laundry a bit faster. I optimistically put the laundry outside. Also, hey, if you ever want VTuber help, you can also message me. Where are we going? We're going to the Aft Castle. Can I come along and look at the minis? Crunch, crunch. Is that the sand fox? Sorry, I was so caught up with the sand fox I skipped the dialogue. There he is. Hey, little guy.
Apologies for the wait.
That's my accent. Hey, little guy.
Gabu, have you been good?
Still no change, I'm afraid. He just stands there in silence until we move him.
It's all right now. We're going to help you get better.
No, the little kobold.
Fancy meeting you here.
Hello.
Alphino Yushtola! I thought you were attending to primal matters.
We were, and came here for a meeting on the subject. Certain pirate factions did not deign to attend, however, and it was cancelled.
Oof.
We had resigned ourselves to having wasted a journey when we chanced to espy you. Could it be that there has been progress with the treatment? Using Magitech terminals to formulate the solution. I would never have contemplated such an approach.
Why is he got thin leggies as part dragon? They're just kind of their own little thing in this game. Because again, we talked about this before. How kobolds in like Eastern fantasy are more dog-like than lizard-like, which is probably why they're furry in this game. But they're just little guys. They're just little guys.
So this new magic, adapted from memory transference, would be used to purge the subject of their fanatical faith, while Angelo would be responsible for reanimating the ether of their soul. Yet I wonder at the practicalities. If one were to reanimate the soul first, it would only serve to exacerbate the tempering. Conversely, a stagnant soul would not respond to the effects of the magic.
They're furries. I mean, yeah.
Would both need to be performed simultaneously?
Ah, nothing escapes Master Matoya's inquiring eye. As you say, both must be carried out simultaneously. And thus, I propose to imbue Angelo with the tempering treatment in much the same manner as I did the spirit vessels.
There he be.
By doing so, we also spare Graha the trouble of casting spell after spell. It's really rather efficient.
Be that as it may, certain difficulties are unavoidable. The imbuing process will still require no small amount of ether. And, as I can no longer draw upon the Crystal Tower's stores of energy, I will be compelled to rely on those of others.
Well, I, for one, would be glad to assist.
As would I.
Yeah.
Since the resumption of our duties, it has been naught but stuffy meetings, and I have ample ether to spare.
Excellent. With your permission, then, let us begin. Yes, this will do. And now, it's my turn.
Let's go! God, I hope this works.
Tis done.
No small amount indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we seek to go where even the Allegans did not. It was never like to be easy. The rest is up to you, Alize. The treatment itself will take time and focus, so we will need a quiet room. I'm sure our hosts can spare one.
Mm-hmm.
I will go with her. It may be a while before we return, so I would ask for your patience and your faith.
We'll bring Gabu back. You see if we don't.
I hope so.
Twould seem our part is played. Let us find a place to recuperate while we wait for news.
Well then. I need to turn to my own cohorts and sort out tea, catch you about Blue. It was good to see you, friend. Do you use Discord? You should add me on Discord so we can talk. You're welcome back anytime. And we absolutely should catch up. We should definitely go for, like, coffee somewhere, even though I don't drink coffee, but you know what I mean. Ah! Seems as good a spot as any to rest, indeed. Turn up later. Ta-ta, bye-bye! Bye-bye! Good to see you.
For years, Eorzea has labored to find a solution to the primal problem, without success. Any hope that tempering could be reversed faded long ago. I myself had given it up as impossible. Given up on the tempered and the light-corrupted alike. They were problems to be tolerated, or else eliminated, I believed. And to think otherwise was pure naivety. Childishness, even.
Oh, Alfie.
But Alize refused to give up. She struggled and she struggled. And her efforts were rewarded with a way to bring back Halric. And now countless others may no longer be beyond salvation. However much we bicker, I have the greatest respect for my sister. Had I half her stubbornness, nay, her unwillingness to accept the status quo, I would be a far better person. A far better scion.
Oh, don't say that. If it's any consolation, she's in awe of your work.
She told you of my graduation thesis. How very embarrassing. Nonetheless, it is comforting and not a little surprising to hear that I'm still capable of impressing my sister. On the rare occasions I'm not annoying her, that is.
Yes. I mean, you are siblings. Oh dear. Oh, uh-oh, uh-oh.
Alize, are you all right?
The treatment. Did it work?
Oh, he's smiling.
I'm so glad to see you
excited, happy, glad.
Oh my gosh!
Gaboo!
Look at him! They did it!
All this time, my mind was filled with thoughts of Great Father Titan. But I never forgot about Mother and Father. Always, they were in my heart. Constantly, ever, always. So I tried to focus on their faces. Theirs and yours. Alize's and everyone's. And I found that I could remember. One thing, then another, and another.
Yay!
Your hopes reached Gaboo. They helped him to hold on.
I'm so proud of you, Gaboo.
I couldn't have done it without you, Alize.
Oh.
Can you help the others too? Cure them, heal them, help them.
Yes, we can. All of them.
Aww.
Without wishing to dampen the mood, I feel compelled to add certain caveats regarding the viability of the treatment for general use.
There's something about how Raha Rufum's people would make you think I could fight God with you for motivating me. I know, right?
As you know, reversing the effects of tempering demands a profuse amount of ether. And while Alize was able to heal Gaboo alone, I fear the same will not be true for those who exhibit more advanced symptoms. Moreover, the treatment's effects are limited to the soul. It offers no succor to those whose very flesh has been altered through prolonged exposure to a primal's influence.
I see.
All of which is to say that we cannot save everyone.
Aww.
Maybe we can't, or maybe we can. No one gave us a hope of saving Gaboo, and yet here we are. We must find a way to treat as many as possible.
Then the next logical step would be to produce a veritable army of Porkses, would it not? Granted, it seemed a simple enough process in the first, but I suspect it will be different here in the source. Not that I am any authority, of course.
Yet there is an authority on familiars to whom we may grudgingly turn. She's stubborn, haughty, eccentric, irascible, laconic, annoying. And her name is Master Matoya, the real one.
Yep.
I have to go now, Gaboo. But the people here will look after you, all right? And I promise to come and visit you again soon.
All right. Thank you, Alize. Thank you.
Aww. Aww, he's speaking. Look at him go! He's a little guy! Aww. That's so sweet. Bless. As she will be at pains to remind me, I have not paid Master Matoya a visit since returning from the first. But this seems as good a time as any. Come, let us make for her cave. Wait, how long have we been back? Like a couple weeks? I don't know. Time is fake. Ah, Idleshire. Get them bagpipes! Wait, he's new. I swear the last time I was in Idleshire, that man was not here. They've got the dragon mount! One of the Gwibbers. This happened over the course of a whole patch, so weeks. Since I am full on tombstones, I should check in here. Every button except the correct one. Yeah, I'm maxed out. It's this one, isn't it? What is it again? Sand and crystal shards and umbrite. Nope, not that door. This door. Hello, friend. No, it's not this one. Is it this one? Other. Where is it? I know you can buy it from these people. Special? Ah. Umbrite. Where do I get the sand from? I've forgotten again. What is it again? Shows how I used to do this almost every other day. Umbrite crystal sand. FFXIV crystal sand. Ah, right, this is how you get the sand. Forgot about that. Do I have any of this stuff? Probably not. No, I got none of this. Character. This goes to show. Cool. I guess I'll just hang on to that stuff that I bought for now. God, my inventory's a mess. How did I used to buy this? I've forgotten how I used to... I think I used to do that with these. I would fish these up. There was another way I used to do this. Wasn't there something I used to buy? Was it these guys? You can buy moonstones from the quartermasters. There was one of these things I used to buy. What was it? Oh, I think it's the unidentified stuff. Yeah, unidentified stuff. Where is it? Bone, shell, ore, and seed. Right. Now I remember. Bone, shell, ore, and seed. Other. Where is it? It's under crafting, special arms? I can never remember. There we go. Unidentified. Bone. Shell. Ore. And seed. And I can afford more. Bone. Shell. Ore. Seed. Mainly just because the last dungeon I did, it was like, hey, you're maxed out on tomestones. And I was like, oh, I don't have anything to spend on those. Yes, I do. I do have stuff that I can spend on those. Exchange items for crystal sand. Esoterica. Trade. Trade. Cost of growth. Treat. 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 Right. God, this takes a while. Go faster. There we go. Allocate. Good to see the anodes compressor when you agree. Look at this absolute unit of a carbuncle. Crystal sun no longer relies on dynamic. Skim, skim, skim. Ooh. Don't worry about this. Did I make too much sand? That's gonna be annoying. Documents you requested as promised. Want to upgrade the weapon again? Alright. Let's say the word, fair enough. There we go. We need to do more. Yeah, because there was the second bar, right? There we go. Ah!
Wood up sexy pants. Small customer announcement. Your girl got a job. Booyah.
Let's go! Nice one, Dan. Congrats. There you go. I knew you could do it. Well done. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yes. Nice one. Just tell me all about it. That means we can celebrate. Let's go. Mwah! Well done. Well done. I knew you could do it because you're amazing. Wah. Yeah, boy. Let's go. Hells to the yes. Right. Now I've done that little task, I think it is unfortunately time for me to go. I think that is me done for the day. Let's go say hi to Humps. I guess Calamity. Not too many people streaming, so I guess we're going to go say hi to Calamity. And for me, at least, it's going to be a raid and run. First gonna die, I love you, face, see you later. Bye, I love you, congrats again. Mwah. Right. Thanks as always, everyone, for hanging out with me today. Always appreciated. Enjoy whatever you get up to with the rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow. We'll be hopefully trying to finish off the highlights video, because I recorded the intro and outro today. So yes, hopefully we will finish that tomorrow. And then community night tomorrow, we're going to play Party Animals. Right. I will see you then. Take care, everybody. Whatever it is you get up to, I will see you soon. Bye.